Guess where I am? Can you tell yet? Can you tell yet? Can you tell yet? I'm in my classroom. Oh my goodness. So I had the opportunity last week, it's today for me, but last week for you, by the time you're watching this, to come to the school to pick up some things to get me through the rest of the school year to teach. So I thought it'd be fun for me to film a lesson from here. So I'm going to teach where I normally teach for Writer's Workshop. There's the rug where my class would be sitting for this lesson. And I am going to try this. It feels so weird to be in here. It's so empty. It's so quiet. The only other people here right now are Victor and Daisy, and they're over in the main building. So I thought I would be fun to teach so that you can kind of see a little bit of our classroom. I miss all of you so much, even if you're not in my class. I know many of you from 4th grade, and I'm excited to have a different space to teach in today. I feel like I have more energy already being in this space. So yesterday you guys took some more notes. Hopefully you could have used the 2-column template or your own notes on a T-chart. So you've been learning new things that you're researching about your topic. And researchers are a lot like magnets. They go around reading new information, and then when something exciting or interesting, it sticks with them, and they take it with them. So I want you to think right now, what is something interesting that you've learned? And then stop, pause the video, and yell it out. I know Miss Sherman did that in one of her videos. Yell it out, or tell someone nearby, in your family, in your household. Maybe your dog's walking by, or your cat. Tell them, what is like the most interesting thing that you've learned very recently? Okay, so today I want to teach you that when writing to teach, it helps writers to do some actual teaching about their topic. So that's why I chose to film this lesson in the classroom, because I thought it was perfectly appropriate because that's what you guys are going to try to do today. You are going to try some actual teaching today in your homework to gear you up for some more writing. So let's get to it. Okay, I've moved to my library because I thought it'd be fun to feature some different areas of the classroom. So today, I am going to teach you writers how to teach. Because guess what? I happen to be a teacher. So I can probably give you some pretty good tips of how you're going to do this today in your own work. So as a teacher, I have to have a plan. A lot of what I do after school is I create lesson plans so that I'm ready to teach you the next day. And there's some important elements that I have to include in my plan. And as you guys know, at least if you're in my class, that I often will keep notes on my clipboard, especially during like Writer's Workshop. And some of those things, it's like I have a list of my main topics. So like here on this Post-it, I kind of have like the main points like I want to cover. This was from last week of possible parts of the book, like some ideas that I thought I could jot down and share with the class. And then within those main topics, I need to have some notes with some of the most important points. Because I try not to I don't like to read off of my notes. I want to just speak and make eye contact and create the classroom culture. But sometimes there's things that I want to say really specifically because I think it's really important. And so you'll kind of notice on here I have some very specific things that I'm like, oh, I want to tell them that to collect notes, they need to gather their thoughts in order to write. So a lot of the really important strategies are those ways that I take notes as a teacher to help you guys take in that information. So in the same way, you guys are also going to do that today. So in a way, a lesson plan is very similar to a plan for writing. So I've charted some questions here that teachers, like me, ask when planning to teach. Okay, so the first one is, what do I want my audience to learn? So I ask this, okay, what is the main point that I want my students to understand? So that's why oftentimes, I'm going to move my screen, we chart the learning target. So this is the main point. This is what we want you to learn that day in these different subject areas. My second question is, what will interest people? I definitely try to do some sort of hook in the beginning of a mini lesson to really grab your attention. I also like to be a little silly sometimes in my lessons, so I try to get laughs or draw on real world connections or ask from input from students to make it more personal and more interesting and fun. And then also, what might confuse them that I might clarify? So teachers are always thinking like, okay, what is possibly going to be a struggle for a lot of students? And then we think about ways that we can really support you guys as you learn more material. So asking those questions can really help me think of ways that I can make my teaching as interesting and informative as possible. And as you guys create your own mini lessons today, I want you to think about these questions because you guys are actually have a chance to teach someone in your family or a pet about the topics that you've been learning, and you want to make it as informative and interesting as possible. Okay, so I took that little tiny outline that had my topics, and I wrote it out on this whiteboard so I could start filling in some details, because these, just like a lesson plan, these are the main ideas, and I want to give some specific information that I think is really important to my audience. So again, I thought about those questions, what questions might my audience have, and what might be confusing? So I gave some background information about how before the rush, California was still ruled by Mexico. And some of you actually might know a little bit more about this, especially those who are studying the Mexican-American War as your topic. I also put that John Sutter of Sutter's Mill, which is where gold was discovered in California, he actually came and settled from Switzerland. So as I'm thinking about the discovery, I'm thinking, what's a question they have? They'll probably know, when exactly was it found? So I did a little bit of research, and I found that it was on January 14th, 1848, okay? So I put a little tidbit about there. So this is kind of the basic outline you'll want to do to create your lesson plan so that you kind of have it to refer it to. So if I was pretending to teach it to you right now, I might rewind. Okay, it might go something like this. So today I'm going to teach you about the California Gold Rush. Now what you might know is that before the rush, California was still ruled by Mexico. And John Sutter of Sutter's Mill, which is where gold was discovered, he actually came and settled from Switzerland. Now, James Marshall was actually the person who discovered gold on Sutter's Mill, and that happened on January 14th, 1848, when he saw something twinkling and shining next to the river where he was working by. So you notice I used them as notes. I referred to them. I didn't have everything memorized, so I looked down to make sure I communicate those important details. So as you're planning for your lesson plan today, I want you to remember those things. You don't have to memorize everything. Use your notes just like when you give an essay in front of class or a speech. And this is just a chance for you to get excited about your learning and think about, what are some things missing? Because then at the end, I really encourage you to ask your family, ask your sibling, ask your dog. Dog probably won't answer, about what questions they have, because then you could use those questions to further guide your research. So remember, when writing to teach, it helps writers to do some actual teaching about their topic. And you can do that by knowing your audience can help you plan, answer the questions people might have, and jot topics in order and cover the important points, okay? I did provide a lesson plan template in Google Classroom today. Feel free to use that, but if you'd also just like to do something more simple that I modeled here on the board, feel free to do that as well. All right, I'm so excited. It's so cool to be in this classroom. I wish you guys were all here, but it's been such a joy just being in this room even for a little bit today.
From my home, we're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. Come on, like the way we rock it, so don't stop.